Hi, I'm Dan Joseph with MRC TV. We are back here at Occupy DC at Freedom Plaza, and we're here with David Almasi today. Now, David is doing something a little different. It's the first time this has been tried, as far as we know, but he is organizing a counter-protest to Occupy DC. Is that correct?
Exactly.
All right, tell us a little bit about what you're planning on doing.
Well, we looked into this after we found out that the campers here just basically came and took over the place, occupied it in every respect. And we decided to find out how to get a real permit. The Park Service actually came up to them at one of the critical moments and said, well, can we give you a permit? And they were more than happy to accept it, and I think it was probably done on their terms. But we went and said, how do we get a permit? How can we, after their permit expires, come and essentially take back the park for the rest of the people who want to come out here?
This what we have here is the map that accompanied the permit. There's the permit. Now what you're going to be occupying this whole entire side of the park, right?
Right, from 11 to 2, between the 12th of February and the 15th of March. And we asked for the whole park, but the Park Service in their King Solomon wisdom decided they were going to split the park. And so we're going to share. I guess technically these people are going to have to move, at least between 11 and 2 while we're here. But,
okay.
But we are planning to share the park, share Freedom Plaza as a whole with the Occupy.
David, you know what's going to happen when you get all your people here. We know how Occupy DC has worked in the past, and I can guarantee you that they are going to confront you, they are going to try to debate you, and they are going to try to intimidate you out of the park. Mm-hmm. How are you going to respond to that when that happens?
Well, they've had their rights respected. We expect for our rights to be respected as well. And if they want to confront us with ideas, that's great. That's what we're doing, and that's what it's all about. But if they try and intimidate us, I mean, for one thing, we're not going to be intimidated. But for another thing, I mean, our ideas are going to win out. And if there is a problem, if there is a physical problem, we expect the Park Service to stand up for our rights in the same way they've been standing up for these people the whole time.
Oh, you mean veterans?
Veterans.
Veterans.
So if you're going to do a counter-protest, you want to make some impression on people, you better have some veterans with you. You need to stand up for them. You know, you need to not be against.
So you're sort of getting a feeling of what to expect.
Yeah.
Right here.
The suicide rate of these kids coming back is higher than the combat casualty rate. Now you address those issues. You say you support the troops. I'm sure you do that.
Yep.
But what have you done recently to support these kids coming back? Nothing, probably, right? Give me
Are you ready for this? I mean, are you ready for what's waiting for you?
I mean, as long as they respect our rights. I mean, two of us are in the discussion here, and he's coming up and talking about it. That's fine. But like when the event is going and someone tries to shout someone down, that's when the line would be crossed. But great, that's what we're talking about.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But you're happy to talk to the occupiers when you get here and have a discussion with them.
Absolutely.
If they want to come up and debate, that's absolutely fine.
We'd like our rights to be respected in the same way we've been respecting their rights. So that's the ultimate bottom line, is that we don't want people coming over screaming, yelling, trying to shut down speakers, things like that. Respect of the First Amendment is what we ask for.
But you're not going to be doing the mic check.
We're not going to do the mic check.
Okay, because that's really annoying.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I think everybody hates that.
I think our people can speak loudly enough, and their message resonates loudly enough that they can get it across to the people and the people in the park.
We would love to have a debate. I am absolutely willing to set up tables, and we can have a civilized, talk and express both of
We will be here.
Do they know what's going on yet?
Okay, they do know.
Okay, good. So don't be any surprises.
Oh, there's no surprises. You're totally right. Everybody has the right to practice their First Amendment rights. So we're looking forward to it.
Sounds good.
Good deal.
Appreciate it.
What if violence does ensue? I mean, worst case scenario. Obviously, nobody wants that. And there's not a lot of police around here right now. I mean, I don't see very many. Certainly, no one who could stop a fight if a fight were to break out.
Well, I'm planning on the Park Service having a presence here when we're both on the plaza. I mean, that would be silly if they didn't do that. And if someone were to do something untoward toward us, I would hope that they would step in, and I'm sure that we would ask to have that person prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Because our side, I mean, we've seen it in the Tea Parties. I can't find a single arrest anywhere in the country that was directly related to the Tea Party. I've seen articles about Tea Party people being arrested for
other stuff,
other things,
but not.
Yeah, but never for let's say, prostitution in the park, drugs in the park, all the things that you hear that are happening here or in the occupying camp.
There were very few instances of Tea Party prostitution.
Yeah.
And murders.
Yeah.
There are hardly any deaths, park deaths in the Tea Party that I can think of. It's like, but you never know.
And that's one of the things in our permit. It says you're supposed to take everything out of the park that you brought in, and that's been one of the tenets of the Tea Party movement. Is they generally leave the place cleaner than when they came. I mean, that's been seen up at the mall and around the, and that's what we plan to do here.
Let me ask you this: this guy's got the sign. Are your signs going to be as long and as big as his signs?
Well, they're not going to be factory produced.
They're not factory produced.
No.
They're all handwritten signs.
Most likely.
Did you paint it?
I did not.
Okay, because I've seen that sign before in New York and stuff. So they are making a bunch of them.
Just because it's a corporation doesn't mean it's a bad corporation
Okay.
either.
Oh, okay.
I got it. Good.
Good corporations and bad corporations.
But you don't know who made that?
I'm not sure. Someone called.
Someone here. Okay. All right.